Part of it, I think, is I flash back 35, now 37 years to when we started. Like you, my wife and I, this starry-eyed, idealistic couple, getting the crap, I'll say, kicked out of us, getting beat up, yet knowing God had called us, staying faithful to that call, and eventually, in time, seeing some amazing things happen. But you have to stay to see. You have to get through all of that garbage, and there's a lot of it. And I'll say more about it when I talk. There's some. This is the hardest job. What you are doing is the hardest job in ministry. A number of years ago, Kathy and I had a chance to talk with Rick Warren. We met him at a conference, and he asked what we were doing. Told him, and he said, "What you are doing is the hardest job in ministry, especially in New England." And he was, very familiar with the American church scene, the worldwide church scene. And he said, replanting, we didn't use that term back then, but revitalization is the hardest job. He said, planting is easy compared to what you're doing. And I believe that. You are the Marines. What's the slogan? The few, the brave, the proud.
We're the humble.
But God's proud. He's proud of you. So it's just great to be in your company. How does Overseed, how is it going to help? There's thousands of churches in New England that could be in replanting mode. So you're just the tip of the iceberg here. One of the ways that we've tried to make this task of Overseed, because as Jim said, it's just two of us part-time, doable, is by looking for what we're calling hub pastors and hub churches. A hub church, let me just give you, we actually came up with a little profile, just some points about what a hub church is. But basically, it's a church that has been replanted. And now it's got some resources, it's got some strength, it's got some stability. And within a 25-mile radius, which might be a little far, it's probably more like maybe 10 miles that a hub church can have influence. But if you took a 25-mile radius, with 25 hub churches, you could cover all of New England. And within that 25-mile radius, if the hub church reached out to pastors in leadership, in replanting situations, and developed a supportive, encouraging relationship with them, with the resources of the hub church, you could help speed up the whole process of replanting. And we actually did this in Andover. We did it with a couple of churches. We did it in a very random, haphazard way. The concept wasn't clear. But for instance, there was a small American Baptist church in our town that was really struggling. For about 2 years, we sent what was probably our C music team. They weren't quite ready for prime time, but they were good. But we used them only on special occasions. And we sent them every single week for 2 years down to Andover Baptist Church to train a team of worship leaders there at that church. And they subsequently called a pastor, and the church is healthy. It's still small, but it's been replanted. So there were other ways that we did that. We're looking for churches to do that. We're looking for pastors to do that. And let me just read you some of the profile. The key leadership in the church, pastor and key leadership, have to have a kingdom-building mentality, not an empire-building mentality. It can't be about what's in it for us. For the hub church, it has to be, how can we build the kingdom? How can we give away our resources to help assist a church that is smaller and struggling? The pastor needs to give strong long-term leadership either to this hub church, either directly or through a staff person. Maybe somebody is assigned, or somebody on the staff, or lay people take that on. I didn't go to the Baptist church. We had lay people that did that, but I supported it. Total respect for the denominational integrity of sister churches. It's not about trying to pull churches out of denominations. That is verboten. We've really bent over backwards at Overseed to give no hint of that, because that would destroy our credibility. Believe me, there are organizations in New England we are aware of that would like to do that. And I think that kills your witness. Commitment to participate in overseed, so the hub pastor would have to participate in overseed orientation to help them really continue to grasp what being a hub is. We prefer that a hub church be a replanted church like mine was, but if not, that's okay, if they get the concept. Humility toward helping sister churches. It can never ever be about what we're going to do for you. It has to be with just this Christ-like humility. Because you could easily rob weaker churches. I mean, I've been on that end. Believe me, I know what it is to be the poor sister in town, the church that's going to die. That was our reputation. There were 4 congregational churches in Andover. We were the one that was going to die. There was too many, and that's what everybody said. Oh, Free Church will have to merge with somebody else. So I know what that feels like. So a gentleness toward that, a humility, a commitment to the vision and ministry of Overseed. We want these hub pastors to be loyal to this mission. A commitment to resourcing the sister church replants in such areas as preaching, worship, music, children's ministry. Attendees might actually send some people from the hub church to help, that maybe live in that community, not in a artificial way, but people who want to worship in a church in their own community. How cool would that be? To suddenly get an infusion of, or a transfusion, like Bill Boylan. Is he okay, Bill?
Yeah, he's very dedicated to the men's breakfast, so he went to the men's breakfast.
I thought maybe he was golfing. You don't know Bill if you don't know his love for golf. Anyway.
Not Obama.
Nobody plays him on TV. Okay. Tech support, other areas of need, and then finally just a commitment to undergird the replanting effort with prayer. So we're looking for 25. We have 1. So we're doing okay. 24 to go, but we've identified some other churches, and we're working with pastors of these other churches. So that's the strategy. That's how we're going to try to have a lasting impact. So, but anyway.